This week on Engage the Sage.
Hi everyone, I'm Don Saucier. Welcome to this week's episode of Engage the Sage. This week, I'm going to give you the top 10 ways to succeed in my college classes. I think there are going to be two groups of people who should be watching this video today. Number one, if you're a student taking any class, but definitely mine, these are going to be some recommendations to help you succeed academically in those classes. Second, if you're teaching a college class, I want you to watch this video to either share with your students to help them do well in your class, or to consider making your own video to support your students' success. I want to begin by saying that my job as a college professor, and any of you instructors out there, your jobs as college instructors is to support the learning and success of your students. And this video is an attempt for me to support my students' learning and success. I want you to do well in my classes. My first recommendation for succeeding in my classes is attend the class. If you are there, it is more likely you're going to be engaged in the content and you're going to learn the content. My second recommendation, while you're attending class, stay on task in the class. If you are attending my class and you're paying attention to the content and you're doing the things that I'm doing with you and the rest of the students are doing with you, you're going to engage better and you're going to learn that information better. To the extent that you can, put those devices away. Don't attend to your texts. Don't attend to your emails, because multitasking is not a thing. My third recommendation for succeeding in my class is to take notes. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to write down every word on every PowerPoint slide, but you want to note the things that are going to help you learn the content. Sometimes that's going to mean writing down things that aren't on the slides. It might be an example. It might be an explanation. It might be a note to yourself, a question to yourself that you want to remember later on to do well. But understand, taking notes with the purpose of using them later to learn is going to be important. The goal is not just to replicate the PowerPoint slides. Also, if I or any other instructor writes something on the board, that's probably important. My fourth recommendation for succeeding in my classes is to review your class content after class every day. I recommend, if you really want to learn the content well, to spend 15 to 20 minutes at least every day with that content, going through the notes, identifying points of confusion, identifying questions to ask me to help that content become more clarified, but do that often. In the cognitive psychological literature, we call this distributed practice versus massed practice, which is kind of what cramming is. If you're learning a little bit consistently, you're going to learn the information a lot better, and you're going to do a lot better on the assessments. My fifth recommendation for doing well in my classes is to read the supplemental textbook, read the supplemental readings, watch the supplemental videos, do all of that, because that's going to show up on the assessments. In my classes, I'll be clear about how much of that content is going to show up on the assessments. For some other instructors, you might want to ask what that is. But that supplemental material exists to help you learn more, and you're probably going to be assessed on it. So if you want to do well, you should probably interact with that supplemental material. My sixth recommendation for doing well in my classes is to ask questions. When you have a question, it's likely other people might have that question too. But even if they don't, take some ownership of your own learning. Let me know, and maybe let me know in class, after class, send me an email, whatever that happens to be. But get that information because you deserve that information. And having that information is going to make it easier for you to succeed in my class. I'll also say I generally like questions. It shows me you're attending to the information, you're thinking about it more deeply. And if I really am invested in supporting your learning and your success, you asking questions is going to help me do that. My seventh recommendation for doing well in my class and any other class is to stay organized. I understand my class is not your only class. I understand my class is not your only priority or responsibility, either personally or professionally. I know you have a lot going on. I have a lot going on too. So staying organized and knowing where my class fits into your schedule, where it fits into your time management strategies is going to be helpful so that you're doing the work at the schedule you should be doing that work on, you're reviewing that content consistently, you're showing up in class, you're attending, you're staying on task. All of that's going to be better if you're organized in your approach to my class. My eighth recommendation for doing well in my class is to make sure that you are doing well holistically. College is hard. I know. I've been there and I never left. I understand that college is hard. So take care of yourself. Think about your physical health. Think about your emotional health, your psychological health, your mental health. Think about what you need to handle the responsibilities in front of you. Think about what you need to employ in terms of taking care of yourself in all the ways. Let yourself recharge, let yourself relax, take care of yourself. If you are not healthy, you cannot succeed. If you are having trouble taking care of yourself, I know my syllabus has information about resources on our campus that you can go to help out, but if you don't know where to go, reach out to me or whoever your instructors or your advisors are, and we can help. My 9th recommendation for succeeding in my classes is to connect to me. Let me know who you are. Introduce yourself to me. Come by my student hours. Come by my office. Check in with me before class. Check in with me after class. Do the same with any of my graduate teaching assistantships. Share with me what's going on. Let me know what I can do to support your learning and your success. It's much easier for us to support each other if we have rapport and connection. So help me create that with you. And if you need to meet, let me know and we'll set up an appointment. My 10th recommendation for succeeding in my class is to attend my class. Yes, we started with this one, we're ending with this one too. It is that important. Best way, I think, to succeed in my classes is to show up, stay on task. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Engage the Sage. I really hope that this summary of recommendations for how to succeed in my class, and I suspect many other college classes, is going to be helpful. In the comments below, I'd love to hear any questions that you have about how to succeed in my class or any other class you're taking in college. Thank you for watching this episode of Engage the Sage. Please like, subscribe, sign up for notifications, share us on social media, and we'll see you next time on Engage the Sage.